And welcome back to Democracy, everyone. I'm the voice of Dog. With me is Raving Loon. We're surveying our current situation here in the walls of Arborang. We've been given a task to try and get the antidote for a poison from Rugga, who is now our prisoner. See if there's anything at the market. Betrayal! 30% crit chance plus 2 strength. Not bad. These are okay. They're not great. We got some knots here. Could always use a sack of knots. Frame sucked into the void, yeah. Anti-renown, which I think I will save until we have our next fight. Alright, what's Petrus up to here? Petrus escorts you to your camp, which was set up while you were gone. Oh, Petrus might have done a bit too much. Might have beaten up, Rugga a bit too much. He's not capable of speech at the moment. For now, we rest. Oddleaf has been waiting for you to return. You can hear singing and laughing in the distance. Everyone's celebrating. We can stop. We made it. Kinda.
Whatever goes wrong next, at least we're here.
Yep. We did it. There's still the dredge outside the walls, and there's still the darkness. We have our work cut out for us. Definitely. What do you think Ivor's up to? If you don't remember, Ivor is with Juno and Ivand. Number one, I don't know. I just hope they're doing it fast. Number two, probably keeping everyone from killing each other. Number three, whatever it is, I'm sure he can handle it. Ivor, if you remember, Ivor is not his real name. His original name was Yingvar. And he is well renowned with the Varl because he killed Asunder. Though his big secret is that he killed Asunder while she was nursing her child and completely vulnerable. And he has carried that shame for a very long time. Looks like 2 is ahead. Keeping everyone from killing each other. Everyone misses Ivor. We can't even work on Rugga yet because the guard captain went wild on him. Oh well. But if Meinolf dies, we're not going to be in a very good situation. The power vacuum would be severe. The city would turn on itself. What if we just didn't think about that for one night? If Meinolf dies, then we absolutely kill Rugga. Yeah, that's pretty... I think that's kind of a given. But hey, what are we doing tonight? We just gonna hang out, or... I don't know, stare at the void wall? Maybe cry for a while? For 6 hours or so? Pretty sure I would just sit in a tent and cry for hours on end. Seems like what I would do. We have made our choice. Chapter 17. Meanwhile, at the very edge of the darkness,
the darkness hasn't responded to anything I've tried so far. Damn you, Juno! How did you... I can't give up.
Zephyr at the very edge of the darkness, trying to do something about it. Ivor and company are deep in the darkness. Here we are.
What am I doing here? I left my friends in Arboram and joined the Spellweavers, Juno and Eyvind, on their journey to undo the darkness and put an end to a world-eating serpent. Juno fashioned a dome of light around us, and we pushed into the darkness. I expected desolation. Instead, we've passed villages that look as though melted, and forests curled like fishhooks. I've had a bad feeling that these things will never again return to the way they once were, even if we succeed. With us came a band of mercenaries, the Ravens, tricked into believing the orders came from their leader. This, too, feels like disaster waiting to happen.
We don't have a banner. The banner was Bolverk's. Bolverk is not on our side. It's about time we address how Team B is doing, and I've got some bad news. We're not doing that well. In fact, none of us have free will right now. Ivor is immediately asking her to address this. You catch one of the ravens staring at you for the third time. The whispering between them has become worrisome. Not yet. Soon. She is mind-controlling everyone, keeping them with us because they're the only protection we've got. Of course, the longer you do that, when you stop doing it, they're gonna be angry. They're gonna be very angry. Bolverk's current status is unknown. Ivor managed to beat him in a one-on-one fight at the end of the second game, but it seemed that the Serpent chose him to work against us, and it seems that he's not gone just yet. He we saw him wake up briefly in the cutscene at the end. Juno has essentially kidnapped the Ravens and dragged them along into the void with us. And they're stuck close to us because they cannot go out into the void. They are stuck in the little dome of light that we have. There was no time for a proper conversation. The darkness doesn't kill, it warps. The Dome of Light is protecting us. We are in a very tense situation. Now, Bellower should still have that arrow in him. I think Bellower is not going to show up again.
Did they succeed at throwing his coffin in the ocean?
No, but he was at the tower in Manahar, and it's kind of unclear as to what happened. If you lose the battle with Bolverk, then I think he pulls the arrow from Bellower and wakes him up, and I think that changes how this game plays out. But I think Bolverk is our enemy instead of Bellower. That's my guess, at least. I'm not entirely certain. But Bellower is not dead. Definitely not. He might be safe at the bottom of the ocean, maybe. You know, maybe at the Brackish Sea. The Sludge Sea. He might not be able to get out of that. Looks like number 2 is ahead. How do you expect this to play out? They will be furious. Juno has a lot of regrets. This isn't how we wanted things to go. But the wizards are asking us. Please trust us. Just a little longer. Just a little longer. Yeah, we're not really sure, but the serpent may have made some sort of covenant with Bolverk. He gave him some of his blood. So here we are.
The old city on the human world border looms ahead. Twisted into a claw, but still Strand.
Ah, Strand.
Now, I have to imagine the longboats bringing fish in the harbor, and the bustling of merchants hawking goods. An unexpected light from Strand's great hall calls to us from atop the hill.
A light?
Stop briefly to investigate.
Is someone home? As a reminder, Strand is where the first game begins. Hello. Yes, this should answer your questions. If you want to know about the Void Wall and what it does and what it's doing, well, we have some new characters. That's because there are new friends. Hello, Alfrun. Our new friend. New character for part 3. Oh my god, you're right, that wasn't...
Speaking of new friends... If we
Yeah.
could go back to the roster for a second,
Yeah.
a very important new friend, the
Here he
Apostate.
is. There he is.
There was a
Wait.
wounded dredge that we rescued and kept with us and managed to talk to, and we're friends now. Welcome aboard.
Yep. He's our
We have a
friend.
wizard.
We got 2 new wizards because Alfrun is a witch, and she has some interesting abilities. Okay, so her passive is just keep gaining willpower, which is nice every turn. She has a strength heal. It's not great, but it's a strength heal. Force the body to mend itself through sheer determination. The reason why she is showing up here is because she is she is the person in there. Who else we got? We got Krumer. We got here's Sigbjorn. Sigbjorn's alive. That's good. Fortunate. Valgard. Who is this guy? Well, we got a raid master. We got Ekil. We got our good buddy Ekil. We got Ollie. We got Folka. We got Krumer. Hey, buddy. Okay. All right. So Ivor. Valgard is required. Is Valgard also in this? That might be why he might be in the play. I think there's a few people huddled in this place, and they're going to be allowed to join our party, but they have to be included in the lineup. So, yeah, Efrun and Valgard is required. Thought there would be a third character there. I hope they show up, because if they don't, I'm going to be very sad. One archer. So, God, what happened? What wizard stuff did you have to do to mess up your hands like that? We're a bit low on good trinkets, I think. Okay, that's good for him. Let's give you the strength. I think I'm gonna stick with the characters I know right now, but we're gonna have a chance to use a lot of these characters the way injuries work on hard mode. We're gonna get beaten up a lot. Strength resist on Folka. Man, we need some better trinkets on this team. Also, Juno has joined us. Juno has has 2 incredible abilities, and also she has a spear. So she is a spear wizard. First ability, confuse. Take advantage of an enemy and make them hit another enemy. It is just basically, you know, your basic confuse spell. Her other ability is a game changer. Juno bolsters the willpower of a teammate and creates an aura of confidence around them. If the teammate is adjacent to another teammate, their willpower increases and the aura is passed on. So in other words, if your characters are all standing next to each other and you use this at the edge of them, you're going to revive everyone's willpower. Also, her passive. Juno's connection to the thread of life is uniquely strong. She doesn't die. Not easily, at least. So she's an interesting character, and it's kind of how I beat the last fight. We'll get to her. Yes, Juno has an extremely strong passive. Alright, just take that. Or... No, take that crit chance. Who else has points to spend, actually? I should really spend those points, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Don't worry about Apostate. We'll get a chance to use him. Oh man, that's a big group.
And yes, to refresh on some lore, Juno, we learned during part 2, was executed for wizard crimes, but then resurrected somehow by
Yeah.
Eyvind.
We don't know the details of how or why that happened, but she's alive.
Whatever happened, she's now very not dead.
So, good, I'm glad. Kiwi. Kiwi is here. Yes, excellent. Kiwi, I think, only shows up for backers. So,
Stay safe, Kiwi.
that's unique to me, I think. Also, man, this is a group of enemies here. Warped humans and Dredge. That's fire down the center here. Gonna have to be careful about that. But Folka has strength resist, so she can walk right through that. Alright.
Juno's wizard crime was that her mind magic is highly illegal, but it's her
Yes.
thing she does.
Yeah, Juno, her ability is mind control specifically, but that is extremely illegal in wizard culture. That is, you are put to death instantly. Alright. Alright. So, I have a problem with the combat in Part 3. I have a problem with these units in Part 3. Part of the success of this game is how deterministic everything is and how numbers mean numbers. But that stops meaning things when the warped enemies start to show up. And that first hit was extremely... That is a perfect demonstration of that. This enemy should have 1 health. Instead, they turned a 9 damage hit to a 1 damage hit. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. It's not cool. Not cool, game. I don't approve. So that's a problem I have with Part 3. My numbers do not matter as much. That's a cardinal sin. I do not like that in the slightest. I don't know why that happens, exactly. Also, my god, my friends are getting destroyed here. Human warped use their willpower as armor. Yeah, I kinda hate that. I'm not gonna lie. Got him.
Oh, so yeah, I think the text pop-up there mentioned Wildrain with an
Yeah,
attack.
I think you're right. How far does Axe Storm go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Axe Storm, let's do it. 1! Damn it. Man, my friends are getting hurt here. Also, I'm stuck. I'm completely stuck. Ride the Lightning does no good for me here. Kiwi, I need you to destroy. What can Kiwi do? Kiwi can do the stuff that large Dredge can do. They can do Kindle and, which is basically the knockback, and Drumfire, which is a damage floor. The problem is that the damage floor helps Dredge, which, as you can see, the warped enemies do not care about, you know, they don't care about divisions anymore. There are warped Dredge, there are warped Varl, there are warped humans, there's warped everything. Thank you, Milestone, for your bits. Warp Ragnarok now, I agree. Nice resist! Nice resist! You are unstoppable, Kiwi! Okay, let's knock you down. Okay, so the Absorb is on willpower. I did not know that. I am just learning that now. So that's just the thing we're going to have to deal with. At least it's not random like I thought it was. Also, here's a good move. Here's a great move. This could be a double kill here if we're lucky. Sigbjorn, do your thing. Absorption. Right, of course. Of course. Kiwi is on our team because I am a backer. Because I backed the Kickstarter.
What's with the orb? What's this orb that we have instead of a Warhorn?
Okay, so the orb is Chain Lightning that you can trigger for any character. It's kind of useful, but I prefer the willpower, frankly. In fact, let's see how this works for us, because I don't think any allies are in range. Yeah. Good, one down. And I can keep using this too, but now that I don't have the two targets, it's not as good for me to use. So that's just free use as a Chain Lightning. Another problem with these guys, the warped ashes that they leave behind will remove willpower from you. It sucks up your willpower. Archer down. Hang in there, Valgard. Do it. Do it. Nice crit! Okay, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. Athrun's down. No, Athrun is fine. Okay. I'll take it. You know, now's a good time for me to demonstrate Athrun's special, even though I'm using up her willpower. Ride the Lightning. A long-range spear attack. And go back to the position you started at, which means you stay out of harm's way. So Athrun can be pretty useful. Is there a chance of us getting a big Dredge friend? You mean like our friend Kiwi here? Who is very much on our team? You have no willpower, which means... yeah. Stay alive, Valgard. Yes, this game did the thing that I really wanted them to do, which is give me a giant Dredge friend. Valgard is down. I'm just gonna... Oh, you know what? Here. Absorb that. There you go. Now you've got no willpower left. Oh yeah, you get some cool... Oh, go ahead.
That'd be the main mark against this still, that the readout on how much will a target has left isn't as prominent
Yeah.
as the health and armor bars.
I thought it was a random thing, though, so I was really angry at it. I was like, oh, shit. The deterministic nature of this game has been nerfed somewhat, but that's not entirely true. I was slightly off. Nice. There you go. 2 hits, finally. Ollie, you're going to need to do a bit better if we're going to get through this. Oh, I'm not close enough. That's fine. Strength of will yourself. Can you do that? No, you cannot heal yourself? Okay, she cannot heal herself. I'm just glad we have a dredge friend. Finish them. Alright, first battle. Successful. We only lost 1 person. This team seems bigger than the other team right now. They did give us Petrus and Gudmundur. When the quiet comes, it feels unnatural, like being underwater. What happened to these things anyway? Asks Folka, breaking the silence. The strange woman replies, Dredge, human, Varl, it doesn't matter out here. Not dead, but their minds were gone even before we laid them to rest. 34 renown. The charred remains of the warped creatures bubble and fizz in the light and smell horrible. You take the conversation outside the ruined hall as you descend towards the foot of Strand. So yeah, I think I was about to say this, but Ivor breaking through the wall of the mead house is a callback to the very start of the first game. I'm pretty sure that was the same mead hall that we broke into. It's a nice little, cute little callback. No, we are 1 chapter in Running Fleet. We had a chapter as Rook in Arborang about the refugees in the human capital, and now we have switched to B Team, and that's what we're doing now. You guys are extremely lucky, let me tell you, that we're here. We travel into the wind, not away, to undo it. Alfrune knows who Juno is. Alfrune is not a Valka, but she has magic. She's picked up a thing or two on her own. You learn to protect yourself when the Menders are trying to kill you. Ah, also guilty of wizard crimes, probably. What do we ask her about? Number 1, what do you mean by that? Number 2, how'd you wind up here? Number 3, who are you? I don't know how much we're going to hear about Kiwi. The
From what we've
slingers...
seen, there isn't much consistent visual language about which dredge are male or female.
Yeah, like, the Bellower... no, Bellower's male, but, what was her name? The one that died before the game even began. The one that Ivor killed. Sunder Rays? I think it was Rays. Three is just barely ahead. Who are you? She was heading for Manahar to see if anything could figure out, if we could figure anything out. Yeah, Eyeless is a lady. That's right. Eyeless is definitely female. My companion has words for you as well. Alfrune motions to the towering dredge stone guard over her shoulder. Hello. You can tell Juno is uncomfortable with this, but she remains composed as ever. Ivan, less so. You'll need some allies, then. I see it on your face. Can I trust the witch? Will that stone guard kill us in our sleep? What I'm wondering is why there's so much color in the air between you and the big lady with the raven shield. She knows. She can tell. You glance at Folka. Ollie's head swivels back and forth between her and Juno. He's not the only one drawing a weapon. You hear Juno clearly in your head. Be ready. We move on. Folka shudders, grabbing her head. Where are we? She groans, no longer under Juno's spell. We have released the control. But what will happen now? Trapped in the dark with this treacherous witch, Ollie snarls. I knew it, Folka. Her words have been coming out of your mouth since we left Bolverk at the old ford. Folka's face turns red enough to melt snow. She screams, and you only barely manage to turn aside her spear. Others are drawing weapons. Everyone's ready to kill each other. What do we do, guys? Number 1, respond hard and fast with a show of force. Number 2, give me a hand, Juno. Or number 3, intimidate them. Better be careful. We don't want to kill our allies. We need them. You see, it stands to reason that with no Bolverk here, Folka is second in command of the Ravens, and she has been giving them orders. But she hasn't been giving them orders. Juno has been giving Folka orders, who has been giving the rest of the Ravens orders. And Folka's not happy about that. The only reason we couldn't do this before was because Bolverk could not be controlled. So we couldn't easily control the Ravens. People are leaning towards intimidate. Is that going to be enough? Is one-armed Ivor enough to intimidate the rest of this group? It's a pretty fearsome group. Let's find out. Who will be first, you roar. They flinch at your ferocity, but even more so from the crackle of lightning from Ivan behind you. A velveteen dizziness washes over the group. Juno says, if this world is going to survive, everyone is needed. Folka struggles against a wariness. Who gives a flying feint about the world? But she makes no move. Nobody moves. When this is all over, slumps Folka, the Ravens will get what's owed. Count on that. Everyone shut up, hisses Spar. You hear that? No time to prepare for this fight. Just thrown into it with 6 characters. Oh, jeez. Yeah, alright, so the game is introducing a new mechanic that I am probably going to avoid, because we're on hard mode and it's going to be difficult enough. You can fight as much as you want in this game. You want to kill dudes forever? Go for it. Nothing's going to stop you. There is enough bodies for anyone. Bulwark would get tired of killing people. If we don't do this fast enough, which is not going to be a problem, I don't predict, then they may give, more enemies may show up. We have 40 turns before more opponents appear. I think we've got enough time for that. So, we start surrounded. Pretty darn surrounded. We got 2 archers on this side, 1 archer on that side. Thinking of breaking forward to this side and just getting these guys first. Spar, you're not going to be much help here. You got 9 strength. You'll keep everyone's willpower topped off if I keep you in the right places, but other than that... Ouch. Yep, Juno is on our team. Juno is playable, for sure. 7, she'll absorb 7 damage from that. That's no good. This guy will absorb 5. Let's get their willpower, or get their armor down first. Please don't go after Juno right now. Ah, okay. Juno also has strength damage absorbed by Will. I believe the color in the air is a reference to Juno controlling Folka. There's like an air of color. Spar, you've got 1 armor break. Oh man, that's no good. Ivan, jeez. Did I not give him... I could have sworn that he gets Tempest. Did I not give him Tempest? Was I an idiot? Problem. I made an error. I made a huge error. Gotta be a bit more careful with that lightning, huh? That's it? Come on, make better decisions when you're working for me. Ivan's dead. Oh boy, this fight went south extremely fast, and I have split my party, and I made a number of bad mistakes here. I have screwed up. We need to consolidate. That's not going to save us, but thanks. Oh boy. We're in serious trouble here. Not a good setup for a fight, having to just randomly pick your party. We're also pretty outnumbered here. I didn't get to do anything with regards to, you know, formation or anything you'd want to do or want to choose. Oh no, he's not dead permanently, but we still need to win this fight. Spar, do what you're good at, I guess, and just plink at people. Why does he have Forge Ahead and not Tempest? Doesn't he have an option to get Tempest? I may have erred severely by not getting Tempest in the previous run. Unfortunately, I'm not close enough to the characters that seem to matter. Just gotta get rid of these guys over here. Come on, 70% chance. Alright, Artery Strike, we'll take it. Best Artery Strike is the one you don't need. Get rid of him. Yes! Still don't have any choices for, or still don't have any good options for lightning, even though I've got 3 charges of it built up. Yeah, I don't like this as much as the Warhorn. The Warhorn is better in my opinion. Because now we don't have that extra willpower, and I like having that extra willpower. There we go. That's useful. Confuse is helpful when you use it on the right enemies. Oh, there's a target. Yes, there's a target. No, now I do not have a target. Now I have a way to hurt myself. Actually, she'll absorb that, and, you know, maybe I'll just take 1. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can't argue. The value is there. Yeah, good value. Hang in there, Spar. We're getting there. Starting to fight back a little bit. Juno also has a spear. Juno is not out of this battle by any means. There we go. One more down. Oh, and there's another good opportunity. There we go. Yeah. Down. It's just, yeah, just drain you a little bit. We're getting really tired on our end, but I think we'll make it. Spar will not make it, but you know. Nice crit. 2 enemies left. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Juno will walk right up to this giant Varl and poke him with her wizard spear. I mean, I'm gonna have to roll with my bad decision of not taking Tempest, but that's just how it goes. I'll make it. That was a rough fight. I think we're gonna flee from that. I think we've had enough. It does tell you where the enemies are gonna show up from. They're showing up from these 2 sides. So you're gonna
Reinforcements, though.
Yes, you are allowed to pick reinforcements. Yeah, I should mention
So
that.
you could tag in fresh bodies and go another round.
Yeah, I could potentially.
You could get Sigbjorn out here.
I could get Sigbjorn and Apostate and Kiwi. I think you can even switch out. No, you cannot switch out characters that are in currently. You can only sub in characters that have been after you've lost a couple characters. Wait, can you? No, you cannot sub out, but you can sub in. Right? I think you need to choose to... I still don't want to. I'm still running for this fight. If you keep fighting, you get more experience. If you can... Yeah, I'll... Every time I put that up to a vote, I I regret it greatly. We're definitely running this time. I'm not ready for this fight in particular. The battle ends as abruptly as it began, and that disconcerting quiet falls again. This is a poor place to loiter, Valgard remarks, cleaning ash from his weapon. You look to Juno for some guidance. That wasn't just chance. Hey, do you guys realize what's at stake right now? You need to stop trying to kill each other. But Folka knows what's going on. This was organized, strategic, familiar. Juno, you'd better start explaining if you want us to work together. We're going to Ridgehorn, where we're going to find a secret path, a shortcut to our destination. Which is... where the darkness began. Alright, Budwife, thanks for hanging out. You have a good one. Are you guys expecting anyone? You all see it, off on the horizon. An imposing figure, cloaked in white, leads a legion of the Warped. Bolverk. Bolverk is not only still alive and still chasing us, but he's got a group of mercenaries again. Just like the old times. Just like the good times, the way it used to be. Number 1, we need to get away from here. Number 2, he was left buried beneath rubble at Manahar. Number 3, how is that possible? Chat is a little conflicted this time. We are oh, no, it's tied, 1 and 3. Need a tie-breaking vote. There we go, 1 is ahead. 1-4. We need to get away from here. That dude's after us. He's angry. That dude is angrier than most people. How did things get this bad? So we tried to go to the Valka, the head Valka at Manahar, and that didn't go so well. We ended up blowing up that entire tower. And Ivor's just like, yeah, it looks like Ivor completely lost his mind there. But weird. What do I know? Juno looks away and returns to her point. Richhorn is several days away. Chapter 18. Our brief introduction. The Dredge are approaching. They want in the walls. This won't end peacefully, Petrus says, looking out at the Dredge as they squirm, trapped between the outer walls of Arborang and the darkness. A beast cornered is when they're most dangerous. Are we much better off, you wonder aloud? Petrus shakes his head. Not really, there's still bad blood about the refugee situation, and it's more than it seems. Speaking of which, he adds, Rugga is talking. I think it's time you took a crack at him. Not without me, Oddleaf says. Even chained to a wall, that man is a threat. And our best hope for maintaining order is the king's safety, Petrus adds. We need that antidote. Go with luck. Let's segment here real quick.